Hello, happy Sunday. I wanted to get on and do a reading for Luke again, since we just did a Luke reading last week. I had been planning on doing a Nicola reading, but given some of the stuff that happened yesterday, and yeah, I felt like maybe we need to just kind of look at the pathways for Luke. Okay, that's what we're going to look at today's pathways. And as you can see from the video here, down the left and the right corners, the different pathways we're going to be looking at for Luke. Luke has an infinite amount of pathways that he could take. These are the two more prominent pathways currently, choices that he could make. What that means is there is no set path. Okay, I want you guys to understand there's no set path for any of us. Okay, we can have divine destinies, we can have callings in this life, but there are multiple paths because there is free will. Okay, and this is something I need everybody who's watching this video to fully comprehend and understand. Free will. What is free will? Free will is your choice to make whatever decision in this life that you want to make. Yes, we can have destinies. We can have callings, okay? And soulmates and all sorts of amazing things out there. But we ultimately have to choose those things, okay? The universe is never going to take away your choice. Not really, okay? Especially if it's something that you have to do. The universe isn't going to take that choice away from you. You still have to acknowledge it and actually accept it and move forward with it. And so I'm saying that because, last week we did a pathway, the most probable path at the time, okay, that led him to Nicola, okay, and it looked great. It was a beautiful future. But if you recall, I kept saying that he has to choose this, okay? He has to make some choices that's going to lead him to that path. If he doesn't make those choices, then he's not going to end up on that path, okay? There are so many different ways that his life can alter, and energy changes every single day. Choices are made every single day that alter our path, okay, that can change our path. And so when we're doing readings, it's just a snapshot, okay? It's just a snapshot. It's just energy. And also, there is, with reading energy, there's no crystal ball here, okay? I've said that before, and I'm going to say it again. There is no crystal ball in reading energy, okay? Sometimes somebody's energy can be saying one thing, but they're doing another thing, okay? I've said that. I think I actually said it in last week's reading, this exact thing, that sometimes, for instance with Luke, we feel like there's a breakup there, or there has been a breakup, and there might have been multiple breakups that have happened. We don't know, because there's not a personal connection with Luke for us to verify these things. I have no idea what's actually happening in his relationships. I'm reading the energy that he's putting off. I'm reading the energy that Antonia's putting off, the energy that Nicola's putting off, the energy that Jake's putting off, all the adjacents. But it's kind of like, okay, so I don't know how old you guys are, but back in the day, we used to have TV that would shut off or go static at night. That doesn't really happen with TV these days, but we'd have static channels, and sometimes in the static channels, you would see images, okay, from a TV program. Maybe you'd have static on HBO, and you could somewhat make out what's happening on that particular show on HBO, and you're like, hey, I might know what's going on here. And you have a little vague idea of what the show is, and a vague idea of what's coming through. Sometimes you get clearer images, sometimes you don't. but it's a lot of static and it's a lot of like distortion, okay? That's kind of like reading energy, okay? We're picking up on some things that are coming in clearer, and then other things that are just not, okay? And we're looking at this, and we are putting together with the cards, and we're putting, our intuition and this energy, and we are trying to form a better, an in-tuned picture. Okay, we're trying to make the picture come a little bit more in tune. But regardless, we're never going to get that full picture because we are not in their lives. And I can't go to this person and say, hey, is this accurate? Can you confirm this for me? Because I don't know him. I don't know Luke. I don't know Nicola. So I can't confirm these things with them. Like I would for, most people. Like when I do readings for most people. Again, I don't do private readings, just put that out there because I've been asked that multiple times. I do not do private readings unless I know you. And let's just I'm putting that out there. I do not do private readings unless I know you. Okay, back to my story here. But yeah, when we're doing readings for people in person or people where we are actually in reality connected to, it opens so much more to us. It makes that picture so much brighter and clearer because, we can confirm that. We also have that back and forth with that person. Our connection is stronger with that person. And, yes, I feel a strong connection to Luke and Nicola, but they don't know me. And they haven't consented for me to be in their lives. And so, therefore, I'm not going to have a full picture, or not as full of a picture as I would with somebody I'm doing a reading for that I know or have had contact with. So that's what I'm getting at, okay? So all the questions of asking, oh, well, can you tell me this? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me if this is how he's feeling? Can you tell me if this is how she's feeling? No, not generally, not always. I mean, sometimes I can get inclinations, but no, we just don't have the ability to look into somebody's head, crack it open, and read their thoughts and their feelings. That's not how this works, okay? So, yeah, I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit about what we do. Again, we're just reading energy that's being put out into the universe by them and trying to interpret it the best that we can. Okay, with the cards, with our intuition. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of static. And not everything's going to be super clear. And we're not going to be able to give you clear timelines. Timelines change constantly. I could tell you that something's going to happen next week, but tomorrow something may push that timeline back another 2-3 weeks. Okay? So there's nothing ever fully definite until it's actually happened. I can read the past stuff better than I can read the future stuff. Okay, does that make sense? Because the future is always changing. The future is always fluid, okay, and always moving and shifting, okay? And just because I'm feeling something right now doesn't mean that that's how it's going to be the next day or the next week or so on and so forth. Okay, because future, again, is fluid and ever-changing based on people's choices. Free will always be what reigns supreme, okay? And I would never in a million years, no matter how much I disagree with choices that are being made, I would never take away any of their free will to make these poor choices. Okay? Because that is the most precious gift that we can get in this world, is the freedom to make mistakes along with making good choices. Okay? So, okay, with that, let's get into these pathways. Okay? Again, there are multiple paths that we can take based on choices. Okay? And the most probable path is normally what I read. But today I am going to narrow these down. What the path is going to be like for Luke if he stays with Antonia, okay? If he chooses to stay with Antonia, this is what the path he's looking at, okay? And then I've got the pathway if Luke chooses to pursue something with Nicola, okay? What his future is going to look like with that particular path, okay? So, again, all based on his choice. And these things can all change. This is just what it looks like as of this moment, the energy that I'm reading as of this moment, okay? Let's go over here and go over the cards real quick. Got Akashic Records. Those are Oracle cards. Those are great. You can find them on Amazon. I'm using Anna from Soul Embraces Tarot deck. Actually, this is her Oracle deck, excuse me. Fantastic. Highly recommend. If you know Anna, she's a fantastic reader. Go give her some of your business. Go watch her videos. She's fantastic. She also has a members only that does a lot of stuff on Nicola and Luke. So go give her your support, guys. I mean, she's a wonderful reader. So definitely show her some love. This here is the Intuit Tarot deck. I love this deck. You can get this off of Etsy. Same with Anna's deck. And this one here, you can, they have oracles that go with this as well. They're fantastic. Woman-owned business. They're wonderful. Highly recommended. Go check them out. Okay, let's get into these paths. Okay, so this is the path for Antonia and Luke. If Luke decides to stay with Antonia, if he chooses to go down this route, okay? So let's go on. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, but last week for my reading, I told you that if he misses out on the pathway with Nicola, that he would have a lot of regret. This is the path that I'm seeing. This is what I was talking about, okay? This was the path that I had done before. I'd done a reading on this before, and nothing has changed, honestly, from the first time I did a reading on Luke's paths, his options between Antonia and Nicola. Okay, so he's going to be miserable, as you can see. We've got the Five of Wands. This is arguing, this is chaos, lost opportunities. He's a lot of anger. There's a lot of manipulation, misunderstandings. With that, you've got anger and player, just being a fraud. Player, I always look at that as being a fraud. Okay, he's not living his true authentic self, his true authentic life. And he makes him miserable. I mean, you have to sit there and put on a mask every time you know, just kind of be with somebody. You have to pretend to be somebody you're not, okay? And that's what he's doing when he's with her. He's pretending to be somebody he's not, and that's a miserable state of mind, okay, to be in. And there he is, like, this is that is their relationship. This is their future, guys. This is probably their current, even their current and their future, is this chaos, anger, being a fraud, being fraudulent, lost opportunities. That one stands out to me the most, is lost opportunities, because let's just be frank. He right now, guys, he might get some job opportunities that might, some small roles that might come up, some roles here and there. But if he continues on this path with Antonia, it seems everything that he touches and she's connected to goes up in flames. Okay, prime example is just what happened yesterday. You had a resort that did probably comped Luke on his stay, offered him, hey, you know, come out to stay. If you post about it, you know, we'll comp your stay here. We'll treat you like royalty. We'll do all this great stuff for you. And, you know, and they did all that. And unfortunately, Antonia decided she was going to post her little video a day or so before, hinting at the fact that she was at this place, probably knowing that Luke was going to post these photos, because that's part of the arrangement with the resort, that he was going to promote them. And so she put that out there to make sure that the fans knew that she was there with him, okay? Because she knew he wasn't going to post her. So she had to get ahead of this and post it. So she posted it the day before. Whether or not Luke knew about that, I don't know. I suspect that he did not know at the time that she had posted that. But he knows now. He definitely knows now if he didn't know before. And that blew up. So all of that promotion went to absolute garbage. And now, and again, the resort took down, I don't know if I said that earlier or not, but the resort took down that their little promo thanking Luke for being there and so on and so forth. They had to take it down because it blew up, like spectacularly blew up in their faces. I do think they actually put it back up today, but we'll see how long that stays up because people were losing their shit yesterday. And yeah, I mean, as they do with anything connected to Antonia, she's toxic for his career. Okay, he's not going to get the sponsorships. And I think other people like, other production companies, and they're looking at that. They're paying attention. Okay, they're interested. Okay, well, let's look at him. Oh, no. He's a PR nightmare. Like, look, anything he's connected to, if he brings her to this, it's going to be absolute. The fans are going to eat him up. They're going to eat us up if we have any connection to him and her. And while he's still connected to her, he's going to have a really hard time finding work. It's just the real reality. It kind of sucks, especially if he actually cares for this girl, which I don't see that, especially with all of that going on. But yeah, I mean, she's holding him back a lot. Sorry, but that's just the reality. She's holding him back because she's kind of, she taunts the fandom. She taunts them, and as a result, they bite back. And everything that Luke touches and that she puts her little fingerprint on goes up in absolute smoke. So, not a good thing. And as long as he's connected to her on this path, on this particular path with her, he's going to struggle to find work. And that's just the reality of it. So, that lost opportunity, that's what I'm picking up from that, is he's losing opportunities with work. He's losing opportunities because, again, Wands does revolve around work as well. That's work. He's not going to get those opportunities as long as he's connected to her. Not really. And he's going to continue to lose good roles that could potentially push his career forward as long as he keeps that connection to her. Okay, so moving on. Knight of Swords. Again, Knight of Swords, whenever I get the Knight of Swords for Luke and Antonia a lot. It's uncanny. I've actually nicknamed it their card because I get it for them so often for their future. And that's a future of, that's a really bad fight. That is a breakup. That is not just a bad fight. That is a horrible fight. Like, that is like the end fight. It is not a good fight. Okay. This is trauma type fight. Okay. There's no coming back from kind of fight. And what it looks like here is, again, him having taken a gamble with her. By being with her, he's taken a gamble. By sticking with her, he's gambling his career. He's gambling his reputation. He found, at first he found it exciting. I mean, she's an attractive girl. I get it. He wanted to explore this version of himself. This wasn't really himself. It's just this person he wanted to be, this exciting, hot boy summer type guy. But again, he's being a fraud. That's not who he is. I mean, let's just be real. Luke is season 2 Luke, okay? Season 2, red carpet Luke with the little bow tie and, brown suit, looking all like cute with his chubby cheeks. And he's a theater dork. Okay? Like, he's a theater dork. We love theater dorks. They're cute. They can be attractive and, and so on, just like Luke is. But ultimately, in the heart, they're just theater dorks, okay? They're all a little awkward, a little quirky, not usually the most popular kid, at school. And so here comes along this attractive girl, and his friends are pushing him to, you know, hey, now you have money, you can go down this route and live this, you know, hot boy summer, you know, you can this douchey frat boy type mentality that he's trying to adapt or adopt into, and it's just not who he is. He's being a fraud. But it excited him. It didn't excite him. But that shit backfired on him. Oh my gosh, like epically backfired on him. And then you have, again, more chaos, collapse, you know, turmoil. Like this, all of this stuff is just bad. This is the future that he's looking at. He's looking at an absolute collapse. Again, he's not getting any, you know, job offers. This girl wants to be famous. Well, she's not going to stick around if he's not going to be famous, rich and famous. He's not getting any jobs. She's going to end up leaving him anyway. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time. She might continue ruining him. Like, she might not leave until he's completely ruined. She's kind of a succubus in that sense, where she's going to ruin him completely before she actually walks away. He'll be in tatters. And any chance he had at recovering his career will have been gone. But yeah, she'll stick around at least until he's completely ruined. But once he is, she'll walk away and he'll suffer for it. That's what I'm seeing here. You see a lot of this. See, you got death, spotlight with the Seven of Swords here. Yeah, we got the betrayal. We've got cheating, lying, a mask. That mask, again, being a fraud. That's Luke being a fraud. False pretenses. Little sneaky shit going on. And cowardly. Luke's being a coward. Sorry, guys. He's just being a coward. I've said that before. I'm going to say it again. He's being a coward. He needs to man the fuck up and own his shit. But he just won't. He's too codependent. He's so reliant. He needs to have somebody at his side. He can't just break something off and move forward like a lot of us would do. If we're not happy, we just break up with somebody and move on. Well, he is not like that. He needs to have somebody on his side, and he'll stay in a bad situation until a new situation comes along, or that person breaks up with him. Either way, which is pretty sad. But yeah, so here we have death of his reputation. His reputation is dying. Like this is him. His future with Antonia is causing his reputation to completely die out. Like all his exposure is going to be pretty negative. What little he's going to get, and then eventually that spotlight's going to die on him, meaning that he's going to go off into obscurity. He's not going to be famous anymore. Like, he will be, it's funny, like a friend of mine and I were talking yesterday, and she made the comment, she's like, he will be the person that used to be on Bridgerton. Oh yeah, hey, you remember him? Yeah, he used to be on Bridgerton. Remember that? Oh yeah, whatever happened to him? That's what you're looking at. That's what this says. That's exactly what this is. Okay? Yeah. It's not a good path. It's not a good path. Not for his career. And over here, Five of Cups. Grief, sadness, loss, mourning. What is he losing? What is he mourning? What has he lost, or what is he mourning? He's lost this new beginning, this chance that he had to be with his soul tribe. His soul tribe is gone. That opportunity, that destiny, that divine opportunity that was coming into his life, and him choosing to stay with her cost him this. Okay? I said it last time. I said it last week, guys. If he misses out this opportunity, this path with Nicola, if he makes that choice to stay with Antonia and not pursue this relationship, the potential path relationship with Nicola, he will regret it for the rest of his life. And as he goes on without a career, like, again, he might get a few little things here and there, but eventually he's going to be the guy that we once knew on Bridgerton. Oh yeah, we had a whole fandom dedicated to him. That's crazy. 10 years from now, you're not going to remember who the hell he is, type thing. So it's sad. It breaks my heart a little. But, you know, he's a grown man. He's going to make the decisions that he's going to make. And if he makes this decision, karma is going to come back and bite him in the ass. And bad karma, I should say. There is good karma and there's bad karma. Bad karma is going to come back and bite him in the ass. And he's going to be miserable. He's got to get rid of the mask. He's got to stop being a fraud. He's got to be true to himself and make the choice to change this path, or he's not looking at a happy path. I keep getting him repeating his father's cycle, his bio father's cycle. That's one thing he didn't want to do, but he's going to end up that generational cycle. He's going to be revisiting that generational cycle. The one thing that he could break right now, like he could break that generation cycle, but on this current path, he's going to relive his father's mistakes, his own father's life cycles, multiple marriages, multiple partners, multiple kids with different partners type thing, and just never truly feeling satisfied or happy, and knowing that you missed out on something really wonderful because of your pride and because of your own kind of your own selfishness, you know, your own stupidity. You listen to the wrong people. Even the people that you love sometimes, guys, let this be a lesson. Just because they're your family or just because you love them, they're your friends, does not mean that they're going to give you good advice. You've got to use your intuition and make your own choices. Stop letting other people make decisions for you, because you end up in situations like this by doing that. Okay? All right. Words from the universe regarding Luke and Antonia's path. This is the suggestion to Luke. Break free, dude. You don't want this path, okay? Break free, okay? You're being asked to break free from a tribe in order to live your authentic life. Again, he's not being authentic. This isn't easy, but it is necessary. You're going to, you're going to share your true self with others. If you're going to share your true self with others, excuse me. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Huge. Make changes, dude. Okay, the next one here is release attachments. Again, release that attachment. There's something you need to let go of. It's either a limiting belief, an untruth, or a negative behavior. It's holding you back. I'm going to add on, or people. Really, that's all I have to say about that. Really, like, you got people you need to release from your life. It's holding you back and keeping you from stepping into your true potential and happiness. This is not a good path for him, guys. It's just not. But again, it's his choice to make. If he chooses this path, he's made his choice. He's made his bed. He's going to have to lay in it, unfortunately for him. All right, let's go look at Nicola's path, okay? The path with Nicola, all right? All right. So let's take a look here. With Nicola, I see I have the Eight of Cups. With the Eight of Cups, he's basically moving on from, look at this here, right here. So if you can see that, let me zoom in. Release what doesn't serve you, okay? It's time to move on. You're letting go, okay? He's letting go of that right there, okay? He's going to have, on this path with the Eight of Cups, once he's let go, once he's moved on, he's going to have this reunion with this nurturer, his new partner. It's a new relationship that's going to come in. You have to get rid of the old in order for you to have something new and refreshed. And that's what this is saying. When he lets go, he will have this reunion with the wife, okay, or Nicola, the nurturer, okay. I get this card a lot for Nicola. I get that in Mother for Nicola a lot. Along with the Empress. She kind of embodies all of that. It is this nurturer. It is someone who is supportive and loving. That's essentially what that means. All three of those cards are very similar in that way. Okay. In fact, I believe this in Anna's deck, this is considered the Empress. So, yeah, that's Nicola. So, yeah, a reunion with Nicola is going to happen once he lets go of all this, like, and I do mean like on a relationship level, not just they're going to be around each other again. It's just once he lets go, that opens the opportunity and the door to have something fulfilling with her. Okay. Next card is the Lovers. Okay, this is your soulmate. This is love. This is harmony. This is openness. This is that new relationship. Okay, that is going to come his way on this path. In that, he's going to find a lot of joy. The innocence. I love the innocence for him, because that kind of represents how they are together. That giddy, like cute, like giggly, relationship that they have. It's very sweet. It's very pure. That's the word that's coming to me, is pure. Not child, but pure. A pure relationship that is in sync and sweet and fun and lighthearted and brings him a lot of joy. Okay? That is the kind of connection that they're gonna have. Okay, now down here you also have the Queen of Coins. Okay, this is someone who is very grounded. It's someone who is not just someone. It can be about a scenario. It can be about one person, but it also can represent a scenario and a part of their path. But yes, this is a very nurturing relationship. It's very classy. It's just going to be very elevated. That's what's coming to me. Elevated. An elevated type relationship. It's not just going to be something casual and like, this is elevated. There are different kinds of relationships, different levels to relationships. This one is on a higher level, and again, a divine connection. It's going to cause that. Karma here. Now again, there's two different kinds of karma. There's good karma and then there's bad karma. This here, because of the connection cards, is definitely good karma. And I'm seeing destiny. Destiny is what's popping out to me. Again, a divine destiny. This is what he's going to be realizing. And again, the intuition. He's going to be reconnecting on a spiritual level. And he's going to be tapping in and using his intuition again. That's going to be coming back to him. He's going to rely more on it. He's going to feel like he can trust his intuition again. This is all part of his divine destiny. He has a mission on this earth along with Nicola, and they're going to be using their intuition and their empathy as a way to accomplish these things. And this is opening that door for them, for him specifically, because this is technically on him, his relationship. So that's that. And then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, again, this is fast movement. Wands are they move quickly, okay? It's usually passion. Passion is moving quickly. I can't say other words because TikTok doesn't allow me to say certain words. But yes, it's very passionate. It's very strong. It's energetic, quick moving, all the excitement that you could possibly want in certain aspects of your relationship. And what's moving fast? We've got marriage. You've got that union, the devotion. You see his career taking off. Okay. You've got mother here. Again, that's Nicola. That's Nicola coming through. Okay. And she's very supportive. He's feeling that love and that creativity growing and brewing. Their connection is going to bring him a lot of, get his creative juices flowing. Okay, as an actor, as somebody who is an artist in that way, this is a very good combination here. And then time, memories. This is great. They're going to be creating memories. But I'm actually getting two things for this. Okay, I'm getting two things for this, because I'm getting they're going to be creating these wonderful memories, and it's a relationship that surpasses time. Okay, does that make sense? It's a timeless thing. It is for all time and eternity type connection. It is a love that is, it's gonna keep finding us. Almost like twin flame type thing, where they keep finding each other, but it's not. It's a soulmate connection. but it's a soulmate connection that transcends time. Okay. And then the second part about this is time is ticking. Time's ticking. In order to realize all of this, time is ticking. All right. Meaning that action needs to happen, and it needs to happen soon. Okay. We don't have all the time in the world for this to start. Okay. There is a time limit, and we're approaching that. Okay. Don't know. I mean, things can change. Obviously, things can change. But this is what I'm getting. I keep getting the time. I keep getting the tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. You know, time is of the essence. It's time to strike now. You need to start making some movements, dude. Because, you know, nobody's going to wait forever. Okay, and when when this window closes, it closes for good, and she's going to have another opportunity that's going to come into her life, and very soon. Okay, I do feel like she's going to have somebody else come into her life soon, if Luke does not step up to the plate, and soon. Okay, if he doesn't get it together here in the next few weeks. A few weeks, and again, a few weeks could be another month or two. I can't give you a complete timeline, but I do feel that there will be somebody else who will step up and take his place, and very soon. Like, I see there not being a lot of time transpiring between when the window closes for him and the door opens for someone else. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so either way, Nicola's going to be great. Luke, on the other hand, that still remains to be seen. So we'll see what he chooses. Because again, ultimately the choice is his. And if he does not make the choices, then he has, you know, if he doesn't choose to follow his destiny, then he has to deal with the karmic justice that comes as a result of that. Okay? That's just how things work. Okay. But again, it's his choice. He's got that free will. You have the true free will to fuck things up all you want. Okay. All right. For the Akashic Records, messages from the universe when it comes to Luke, when it comes and Nicola, the universe is saying to Luke to that this particular path is going to be really good for him for discovery. For instance, there's new ideas, new people, opportunities that are going to come his way. There's a lot of work that's going to be, needed to reach his goal. But he's going to be discovering new strengths and passions along the way on this particular path. Okay, this path is going to bring him the prosperity and the options and the success that he's looking for in life. Okay, that's what this is saying. The shame card. The shame card is more of a message to him right now, like, hey, you've carried this burden too long. It's time to release the guilt. Okay, there's some apologies that need to be done. Okay, in order to start this chapter, you're going to have to do some stuff as far as making amends. Okay, set new goals, begin taking action towards happiness. So there's the action again. Things need to actually happen. He needs to start making those moves. He needs to let it go. He needs to let things go, and he needs to make the moves to have all of this. In order, that's what it's saying. This is what it's saying. In order to have this happiness, in order to have all of this joy, you need to make these moves. Time's ticking, okay? Time is ticking. That path is still the same as it was last week for him. Nothing's really changed. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope you understand what I'm getting at when I say that there are multiple paths. And this is just two of the paths that are laid out before Luke. Okay? He can make his decision which one he wants to go on. I don't know. I don't know if you'll ever see this video. You probably won't. But Luke, if you're watching, I really hope you take to heart what you just saw here today, because There are your paths laid out before you, bro. And you are a good person. You're not this player person that you're trying to pretend to be. You need to let that go. You need to let that go and embrace your true authentic self, because this path is absolute hell for you. This is misery. This is a path where you're basically reliving your father's mistakes, and you're going to be miserable. It's not a good cycle to be on. Okay, this is a karmic cycle. Okay, this is a bad karmic cycle. This is a good karmic cycle. Okay, like, this is a good karmic cycle. This is where you want to be. But ultimately, the choice is yours. You can deny both if you want. I haven't read that path yet, but if I had to guess, it's going to be similar to this one. Maybe not as bad, because she's going to ruin your career. If you drop her, but don't go for Nick, you still might have a career. You're just not going to have the kind of happiness that you could have had. I do feel that. But Antonia in your life, Luke, if you're listening, sorry, bro, but she's toxic for your career, your future. It's just no bueno. No bueno. Okay, not at all. So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you take some time to go disconnect a little from the fandom, from the internet. Walk away a little, and just remember, guys, we have to be prepared for Luke to take this path. Okay, we have to be prepared for that. We don't want to face that. I know a lot of us want to, we'll get lost in our delusions and be like, no, I'm imagining this happening. Well, you can, but I'm highly recommending that you guys prepare yourself for this reality, okay? Because this is what he's showing us right now. Now, that can change. He can change his mind. He can change course. He still has time to change course. But time is ticking, bro. Time is ticking, and there will be a moment where he's not going to have that choice anymore. This will disappear for him. So, pray for him. Keep him in your hearts and prayers. Send out good energy. Whatever rituals you do to help, people along, do that for him. He's going to need it. Dude's not very good at making good choices right now, so unfortunately. So I still see a breakup coming regardless. I still feel like they have broken up multiple times, but ultimately this path is going to leave him just miserable. So hoping he gets out of it sooner rather than later, because I don't want to see this go away for him. I'm sure the rest of you don't either. So, all right, guys. Please go disconnect for a little and relax. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Don't get so manic. Don't allow these things to control your life or to control your emotions. It's not worth it, guys. It's just not worth your sanity. So keep that in mind. Okay, we don't know these people. They're not in our day-to-day lives. We feel connected to them, but they are not our friends. They are not our family. And these are real people with real lives and real choices that they have to make. And we have to be prepared for whatever choice it is. And we should not be to the point where we are crying and getting emotional over choices that do not affect us in our real lives. Okay? So please take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Treat yourselves better than that. Okay? Treat yourselves with love and respect, and go do something good for you to make you feel good. Go get an ice cream, or go for a little walk. Do something. I don't know where you're at in the world, but where I'm at, it's bright and sunny and it's beautiful outside, and I'm going to close off here and I'm going to go outside and enjoy it myself. So, yeah, guys, take care of yourselves, all right? Bless, be blessed, bless others, and take care. Bye.